Welcome back to another episode of Evan Ranks. We're bringing on Jake Yeager back to the podcast. He did such a great job past his first interview. We are bringing him back to chop it up about video games. We're going to thank our sponsor first and foremost, Walker's Home Services, for all that they do and nothing that they do at the same time. So appreciate you guys being the sponsor of the podcast. Jake and I have played video games on and off for a couple of years. We've really only played two video games, but I know we've both kind of had the same upbringing as that being a crucial, pivotal point. I know for me in middle school especially, that was kind of how I started my key friend group in a way. But let's start with before that. I mean, I started with the GameCube. What was like your first console, let's say?
Yeah, I remember, growing up, I remember my dad had an old PS2 sitting in the basement that my brother and I would go and play sometimes. It was a lot of fun to have that thing.
Holy shit. What kind of games? Did you guys play with your dad, or did you just kind of sneak in some games when he wasn't on?
A little bit of both, honestly. I really don't remember much of the games. I just remember the old school PS2 sitting there in the basement.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. I
the
think
big box TV.
Yeah, oh my god. It's hard to imagine. I was trying to set the Wii up on we have Just Dance and Wii Sports games. Figured it would be cute date night for me and Emma Rose. But the TV we have I would need an adapter for it to even show. It doesn't have an HDMI cord. It has the three yellow, blue.
Oh yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, the AV cords.
It's crazy how video games have evolved to where technology's gotten so far that you can't even use those video games anymore. I mean, I doubt you could play a GameCube anymore.
No, I doubt it either. I mean, and that's the thing about technology is everything needs an adapter nowadays. If you want to plug something into your Mac, you need to get this thing that's this big. It's got 4 slots and a prong that goes into the Mac.
Yeah.
It's an extra $80 to get it. Yeah, exactly.
Where they changed the little, I guess I don't have a fucking iPhone. I'm still a green texter, but your charging import is where you would put your
they put your headphones in.
That, I guess that was kind of the last effort to keep wired headphones alive.
Yeah.
But back to the video games, dude. It's funny you mentioned your dad. I'd assume it would be you and your brother sitting on the couch watching your dad play video games. I had a childhood best friend, and it's funny to think about an adult now. They're probably he would have been 30s, I guess. A 30-year-old man with these two kids chilling in the basement. You're fucking watching them. I did that with my best friend's dad, so I guess it makes it even weirder since it wasn't my dad. I've just thoroughly enjoyed watching him play Gears of War campaign. That, thinking back, that sounds not fun at all, but
yeah,
it's that's where a lot of us got our video games start, watching an adult figure play video games.
Yeah, man. That story reminds me.
What kind of games were on the PS2?
I think it was this Mafia Saints game. I can't really remember. There was Grand Theft Auto 2.
Or
I think it was San Andreas.
Tetris.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you imagine just as a kid watching fucking blocks fall down from the screen and your dad just eagerly with the controller placing them?
No.
I actually recently saw this I don't know, he might have been 12 or something. He completely solved or won the Tetris game.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's insane. I mean,
that shit's wild. I don't know how long that game takes, but
that's a lot of dedication right there.
Bro, that's wild. So, I mean, I mentioned the GameCube. Did you and your brothers play GameCube together, or did you not have a GameCube?
Yeah, we had a GameCube. What was it? Mario baseball game, all-time favorite.
Okay,
So
I played
Mario
baseball
Super
on the Wii.
Sluggers. Yeah.
But yes, that game was killer. I think that was a start. So Mario Kart, when it was on GameCube, you were able to choose, it was a double player game. So it wasn't me playing against you. You and I could be on the same team, and in the cart, you flip flopped. So if my brother chose Donkey Kong, I could be Diddy Kong. Donkey Kong could be driving, and I handle the items.
Oh,
I throw them or whatever. That's what I remember from that game. And frankly, I think my brother only let me choose the items. He wouldn't let me drive the car. But turns out I'm the better driver now, so I guess
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Him, but
Look how that turned out.
What kind of games did y'all play? Other than Super Sluggers, did you have any other games? NFL Street Football was on that one.
Yes, it was. That was a fun game. what was it? It was that purple dragon. I can't. It was Legends of Spyro or Spiro or
Spyro or
yeah.
that's not Skyrim. Skyrim's something different.
No, no. It's
I think you're right. I think his name was Spyro.
yeah. It was a
He said the purple dragon. That's funny. No, there was that one. So my mom didn't actually let me get NFL Street Football because she thought it was too violent.
mm-hmm.
Even though it was just, I guess it kind of was. It was like arena football in a way. Like in arena football, they bash you into the walls, or like hockey, they do that. But in a video game form, at the age of, I guess we would have been like, I don't know, 6 or 7, like
Yeah.
elementary. Well, 7 or 8, I'd say. I don't think I played that early on, but NFL Street Basketball was a big one. Crash Bandicoot, I
Oh,
think that's how you say
legend.
his name. That
Yes,
was
it
a
is.
fucking crazy cool game. I don't know. I feel like early on it was more or less like those are my pure video game moments. Like there
Mm-hmm.
wasn't too much like other than just it being a thing to do with my sibling.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember growing up. We had this one video game. It was like a baseball simulator. You have like an actual baseball with
Okay.
cords, and you plug it into the TV, and then you're like pushing a button and like throwing it, and then someone is
Dude.
pushing a button on a plastic bat and swinging it. And I was on the
Okay.
bat, and my brother Max was on the ball, and then my youngest brother Lucas comes walking up behind me, and I just swing, and I overswing, and I smack him right in the
Bruh.
face.
Dude,
Uh,
that feel like that technology is better than like the Wii baseball that they have now. Like
yeah, no, I
you
mean
at
that
least being
technology
able to
was so ahead of its time.
you being able to like swing the bat and or even like throw a ball like I guess it was a ball attached to like a string you said.
Yeah, yeah. So like you weren't like actually throwing it, but you would like push a button and like make a throwing motion.
Okay. All right. No, I feel like that definitely influenced the Wii sports in a way. Like
Yeah,
the Wii's
definitely.
such a simple video game, but like I think the Wii parents were like, okay, this is okay for my kids to play because it's active.
Yeah,
Not I could play Wii baseball sitting on the fucking couch. There's nothing
exactly.
active about the Wii other than when you had the my mom used to do like the fitness version and you had
Hmm.
the
The little stance pad.
yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
scale in a way. I remember waking up for like school and that would be like her workout. So at like
Hmm.
5 in the morning, there's like my adult mother just playing the fucking Wii.
Yeah, man.
I
Oh,
feel like the Wii had superior games.
oh yeah. We had a
Like
lot of great games. I mean, just Wii
Wii
Sports in
Sports.
general. Shit. What was that one game?
I'm drawing a blank. I mean, Just Dance is an iconic
Just
one.
always. Yeah.
That's like a video game that caters to everybody. I suck at dancing, but it's fun. Like
Yeah.
my fiance likes Just Dance. Like it's something that everybody can enjoy. The respite you have that on as like a Fortnite emote, the rah rah respiree dance or
Yeah. The
whatever it is.
Rasputin.
Dude, that's a
Yeah.
good one too. Trying to think of other Wii games. I mean, iconic Mario Kart, Mario Party, but Mario Party I feel like was on the GameCube too. That was like a
They had Sonic on the Wii.
evolution. Okay. What else? I used to play MLB Power Pros. I had mentioned that I think in one of the other mentioned that when we were doing our sports contract one. You had like the nunchuck and then you had the controller itself and the
Hmm.
nunchuck like controlled where you would pitch or how you would angle the bat. I used to do like mock drafts for like
Hmm.
my MVP team.
Yeah. Oh, I just remember one of the greatest Wii games of all time, Guitar Hero 3.
Oh my god, how could I forget Guitar Hero? Dude, that's still an enjoyable game.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I have this one memory. We got Guitar Hero for Christmas, and same gang, me, my dad, and my brother. There's actually a picture on my grandma's Facebook.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm on the guitar, my brother's on the mic, and my dad's sitting on the drums. It's just having a good time, just dudes being dudes.
I feel like it was a good game because you felt musically inclined,
Hmm.
but it gave you that false hope. Like, I swear I probably played the drums on Guitar Hero and told my mom to buy me a drum set that I was like the next major drummer coming out. So, and
Yeah,
then my dreams just got crashed, but that was a good one.
yeah.
Um, I'm drawing blanks on Wii games. I had so many of them, but I feel like I only played like one or two. Like
Hmm.
you could get the cheap ones at GameStop that were like discounted or returned,
Yeah,
and my mom would always come home with those, and I was like, "Mom, these are the worst fucking games you could ever fucking buy. Like,
yeah.
please buy me a Mario game or something like that." I guess did the Wii come out after the DS?
I think it was around the same time.
because the evolution of the DS is interesting enough, from like the little square one to then the double rectangle to like the 3D, and now I would call the
Hmm.
Switch a DS essentially. I don't have a Switch, but I've heard really good things about the Switch.
You know what was
My
really ahead of its time? The PSP. That thing, the PlayStation Portable, was just so incredible. You know,
Did that have handheld? Like, it wasn't an actual controller. Oh
no, it
no,
was
I
just
know
a
what you're talking about.
handheld, all-in-one console.
It was it was literally the first Switch essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, all of the cool kids had them at school, and like they were just next level. And this was before even like the DS was coming out. This was, right in the middle there.
I think I remember, like, now that we're talking about it, it was like maybe fourth or fifth grade, maybe third grade is when the PSP kind of came out,
Hmm.
or earlier, and then fifth grade I remember everybody having DSs because you could have like the DS chat,
Oh
and like
yeah.
one bus ride. I don't know where the fuck we went, but everybody's like sending messages, writing like notes or whatever, and people were like bullying these other kids via the DS, and they literally had to tell us they're like, no party chats on the fucking DS.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that was kind of it. But it was like PSP would be like the field trip video game for any kid, and my mom did not buy me one. She was like,
Hmm.
no video games until a certain age or whatever the
Yeah.
case is. And I remember just you said it best. That was what the cool kids had. Clearly, I was not a fucking cool kid when I was in elementary
Hey, I didn't
school.
have one either. I feel you there.
Oh God. My ears probably didn't help either. I was like always smaller for my age, and my mom was always, I mean, single mom, like she didn't want to have to buy me and my brother a PSP,
Hmm.
nonetheless a PSP in general for a fucking third grader. I guess it makes sense, but I've already looked like an outcast, and then everybody has these freaking video games, and I'm just sitting there like, can I watch? Can I see what you're playing?
Yeah.
I don't
Hard
even know any
times.
games on the PSP.
Nah, man, I couldn't tell you either. It was just
Well,
it was
fuck
such a
it.
young age, and like we had no responsibility playing those kind of games either way.
Not at all. I think the first like pivotal part in my like video game evolution would be like the PS3.
Hmm.
This was when it was middle school, and there was a clear division. It was like Apple and Androids, but it was,
Yep.
do you have an Xbox or do you have a PS3? I had a PS3, so like you pick and chose your friends, because in middle school, I don't know how it worked for you all, but like there's three different elementary schools and they all merge into one middle school. So you have your friends from elementary school, friends from recreational sports, and then they all merge.
Hmm.
I feel like in sixth grade it was kind of like, all right, you merged, and then your true friends were whoever had that same console as you.
Yeah, man. It was kind of similar. My elementary school and just where my neighborhood was based, we actually wound up getting bussed over to a different middle school than all the kids I was friends with in elementary school. So
Oh damn.
that's how I started making friends. I was growing up, I had the white Xbox 360, so like all the kids that had the
Fancy.
Xbox 360, I was like, oh, we're best friends now.
Dude, that's fucking that was easy money as a kid.
Hmm.
Like there was
Yeah.
no thought process to who your friend was other than who can I play video games with on the weekend.
Yep.
I
Exactly.
don't know. That's where a lot of my memories came from, truth be told. Call of Duty Black Ops,
Oh, gotta play
or
the zombies.
any so I didn't get big into zombies. I'm going to out
Really?
myself and say
Wow.
that I, even in middle school, I was scared of Call of Duty Zombies.
Hmm.
It didn't look that realistic, and it really wasn't that scary, but like when the hordes came in, I
Hmm.
would freak the fuck out. I was like, dude, I'm going to have nightmares. I can't play this game. So I was a big multiplayer guy.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, my thing was when I was playing zombies, I was just always so bad, and like I would be the one who was going around getting the doors, buying guns
You
for other people, like rebuilding everything. Like I
you were the
was
one
not.
that got left at the bus stop.
Yeah, exactly. It's just.
Dude, I see all those memes, and it's just like nothing hurt more when your friends left you on the bus stop,
Hmm.
or
Oh,
if or your real friends were the ones that jumped off.
yeah,
Those
absolutely.
ones were funny. No, those were my core memories, dude. Because like I would wake up like on the weekend. Even when I had my PS3, I couldn't play during the week. I had
Hmm.
to have some sort of structure, so I could only play Friday, Saturday, and then like half the day on Sunday. Saturdays, me and my boy Chris would wake up and we would play Black Ops multiplayer. I don't know if you remember the game mode Sticks and Stones.
I think
That one
so.
it was like the combat axe or
Oh
throwing
yeah,
knife,
yeah,
whatever it
yeah.
was, that bankrupted you, so you didn't get any points, and then you got points from like bow and arrows and ballistic
Hmm.
knives that like shot at people. But
Yeah,
we would play that, and then we would do like trick shots and like a private match. But that dude and I got on at like 7 o'clock, and we played until 12 o'clock, like consistently. The only
yeah.
break was
Oh
for
yeah,
fucking pizza rolls.
dude. No, I mean, my favorite mini game from that was Gun Game. Love that game.
Gun game's superior, man. It didn't take too long. You were able to use a bunch of different guns, and frankly, like I think Black Ops, like the game never really changed.
No, they
Black
didn't need
Ops
to.
1 and Black Ops 2 were really similar. The only difference was the guns and the maps, I guess. But
Yeah.
like that game did not change any themes to it.
No, I mean it didn't need to. It was fucking incredible. One of the best
It
games
was.
ever.
I would honestly, I would put that if we were to be ranking video games and not like video games as a whole, I
Hmm.
would say that Black Ops 1 would be like my all-time favorite game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Black Ops 1, when I got that Xbox 360, it was like the bundle deal where you get like the console and the game and like a controller or something. So like it was like the
Yeah.
whole package. That was it. It was
Dude,
one
those
of the
were
best.
those were the best bang for your buck. Like you're able
Hmm.
to get a $60 game for basically like $20. They
Yeah.
threw in that controller. I
Yeah.
think some sets had like maybe a controller and a headset combined. Like those were pretty
Yeah. Oh
cool.
my God. They
Dude,
don't
have
make
you
them like
always
they
been an
used to.
Xbox guy?
Yeah. I mean, outside of my dad's PS2, I've always been an Xbox guy. It was my brother and I got that Xbox 360 for Christmas. And from
Word.
there, I got the Red Ring of Death on my Xbox 360.
Oof.
So I went
Oof.
and
That's
upgraded to the Xbox One, and then just last year I went and upgraded to the Series X. So now,
Oh, okay. So you got the
mhm.
newest one.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have the mini refrigerator, as I call it.
yeah. It's quite hefty, but it's a dream, man. It's
When
probably one of
when
the
that
best
one come? Did
consoles.
that come out? Well, we were in college. They haven't come out with a new one since, right?
Yeah, I think it was about the time we were just getting ready to graduate when it came out.
Okay. I remember they came out. Marquise, he just popped on the podcast, but he got that one. Like he pre-ordered it
Oh
in
wow.
like a Newport News store. Dude, this is a crazy fucking story. He basically, I forgot about this. You could pre-order it, but it didn't guarantee that you got it. So you pre-ordered it, and then you had to go to like Walmart and wait in line. This
Mm,
dude had a 9 a.m. class, and he got there at like 5 a.m.
mm.
and waited, and he didn't get his console until maybe like 15 minutes before class started.
Oh
Ran
wow.
back, was able to make it to class. But
Damn.
imagine the Newport News fucking Walmart, you
Hmm.
waiting outside at 5 in the morning.
Oh my God. Terrible.
Dude, I'd be
No.
terrified.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
I mean,
fucking
and that's the
wild.
thing about where we went to school. It was just like a bubble, but like
Yeah, can't
that
go two
was
miles this way, can't go 2 miles
hmm
that way. It's best to just stay put where you're at. And if you want to venture far, go to fucking Plaza Azteca.
exactly.
Dude, no. But I think I forgot my point there. So he got this like when it first came out, and then not
Hmm.
like 2 weeks later, people were, I don't know if it was a meme or not, but like there was smoke coming out of the Xbox. Like they had to adjust how they were made because they were
Yeah.
like overheating and catching fire. Like I
Honestly,
don't
I wouldn't be surprised, man. I feel like a lot of consoles with like these like you know, big rush events trying to get them out the door after they have announced them, it's just like they're cutting quality corners, but then they come back and fix everything. And it really kind of just screws over the people who are like the first in lines to get them, like the dedicated fans.
I was gonna say the people that care about the console the most are the ones getting
Hmm.
fucked over.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I mean, I bought
You-
mine like a year after the fact, and it's been running smoothly. I haven't really had any issues. Um, but that's
Did it
just
go down in price any, or you still
it
have to
was like
bite the
I
bullet?
also happened to buy it on like a slight sale, so I got like $40 off of it,
I
But
mean,
then again, I used holiday money, so wasn't nothing
it's
out of my pocket.
we'll call it free money at that point.
Hmm.
It's like guy math. It's like I got $100 bill for Christmas from my grandparents, and immediately looked at it and I was like, what can I fucking buy right now? Because this is essentially free. This is not my money at all.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. I guess let's go into I guess. I mean, I've been playing Fortnite. I
Yeah.
know for literally since the freshman year of college. I've not played any
Mm,
other games other than like Rocket League.
yeah.
So my adult out of college video game experience solely revolves around one game, and that's
Hmm.
also our shared game. I know we played
Yeah.
Rocket League a
No, we
handful of
played
times, but
a
that was
handful,
mainly
but like
because
Fort was our go-to. After class on like a Thursday afternoon, just hit up each other and be like, "Hey, you want to run some Fort?" Yeah.
I feel like Fortnite was like evolutionary because of the fact that like when you played COD, and I want to get your thoughts on this too, just because game chat back in the day
Hmm.
was completely insane. But you couldn't unless you had 8 friends. You couldn't
Yeah.
play just with your buddy. Like yeah, you could mute people and stuff, but
Yeah.
Fortnite is literally just like you and your buddy kind of game. Like you could do duos,
Yeah.
trios,
Squads.
squads.
Yeah. No, it's been really great. It's you can like change the settings so it's just you and your boy. You don't have to worry about like some rando jumping into your party. You can say whatever you want just to your guy. Nothing but you and him.
Yeah, dude, saying whatever you want. That's the definition, I think, in the dictionary for PlayStation and Xbox
Hmm.
game chat in, we'll say,
Whew.
like 2012 through 2015.
If those chat logs get leaked, we're all screwed.
Dude, I can't. I mean, just the fact of the matter that I was probably saying some really out of pocket shit at the age of like 12 to
Hmm.
grown men.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were responding. Like,
Oh, they were throwing it
even
right
when
back.
even when I got to like, I'm gonna say I guess high school, I kind of tailed off on playing video games in college just because workload and whatever. I was only able to get a handful of games in, but
Hmm.
I don't, I don't even know. Just like thinking about like me in middle school saying that stuff sounds really bad. Like you said, if those game chats got leaked, we're all fucked. Like
Hmm.
nobody could run for presidential election.
No.
Damn. No, I think Fortnite though itself, because we're ranking video games as a whole. I
Hmm.
think Fortnite itself gives me my ranking for video games as a whole. You did mention, and I don't remember specifically. You said it was like recency bias. Is that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that the word
Definitely
you
some
used?
recency
I feel
bias.
like that's the case for all of these podcasts I've been doing. Just like the stuff that has been recent takes over in my mind, and I've been playing Fortnite for the past, I don't know, since season 3, whatever that is.
Yeah. Like
And
7
that's how I've
years.
been, me and you were able to reconnect.
Hmm.
We were decent friends in college, but like
Yeah.
once we got out of college, we were gaming. Like you, me, and Jared were gaming all the fucking time.
Yeah. Every day after work.
Yeah, so you and I were like, that's sort of how our friendship blossomed. I now play with a handful of buddies from back home, and
Hmm.
I remember being like literally embarrassed to tell them that I played Fortnite still, and it ended up that they've been playing Fortnite the entire time as
Yeah.
well. So like, Marquise and I played for like COVID video
Hmm.
games
Yep.
were a huge thing.
Oh my God. That was like one of the only things that got me through COVID.
Dude, I played nonstop, and that was like a really bad time in my life too, just because I was playing video games and drinking copious amounts of alcohol because there was literally nothing else to
Nothing to
fucking
do.
do.
Yeah.
I was going to the store getting a 12 pack, getting crunk. I was playing with Marquise at this time, and we had a buddy. Like, this is super cool about video games too. You can play with anyone around the world.
Hmm.
We ended up making friends with this dude from the UK, and
Nice.
we're still pretty decent friends. But I'm honestly thinking about making my bachelor trip to go out to the UK solely so we can meet this motherfucker.
Dude, that would be pretty lit, honestly. I mean, what brings the world closer together better than video games?
I think you're right. Since you put that out, I know we kind of briefly discussed this in the beginning. I want to get your thoughts because I think this can negatively affect the ranking.
Hmm.
Violent video games affecting child development.
No.
Hoax, or is this like factual?
No, I mean, obviously you don't want your kids to be running around, pretend shooting each other, but that's just what kids are gonna do, even if they're not playing video games. I mean, growing up, me and my brothers would play like cowboys and Indians or like cops and robbers. Like,
That's what I
it's
was gonna
just
say.
that. I mean, there was this. We would play fucking tackle football in the front yard and just try and destroy the crap out of each other. Like, that's gonna happen no matter what. That's just the way kids are.
I want to know where they compile those like statistics. Do they take like if I committed murder and
Hmm.
I go to jail? Is one of the questions Do you play video games, or have you played? Like, how do they get that data? Is it
No.
like, is it even credible? That's what I'm curious about.
No, I don't think there's any credibility to that. I think there's just a bunch of concerned parents out there who are just spreading fake news and creating propaganda.
A bunch of Karens and then scientists with their wives that are
Hmm.
Karens, I guess. I don't know. Because there are like scientists that research this shit. And I understand, like, I took child development
Hmm.
classes, and this was one of the
I
topics,
think
but
that was one
like,
of the classes we had together
I,
with Dr. Frieden.
well, was it Frieden? Who?
It, I
I know we definitely did have one together. You said their last name was Frieden?
yeah,
Oh, shit. Did you sit in the back of the class?
yep.
We both sat in the back of the class. Holy shit. Okay. What was his first name?
Frederick.
Dude, holy shit. This is why I like
Yeah.
having guests on especially from college, because I sometimes randomly, I don't know if this is the case, and we're going on a random tangent, but fuck
Hmm.
it. I can't remember all of my professors from college.
No.
And sometimes randomly I'll just like be sitting on the couch and I'll be like, what the fuck was that professor's name in class? Frieden was a dog though.
He was so chill. He would, he wouldn't waste our time. He would also, like, if we were having a test, he would let us know what the test was going to be on. He wasn't going to throw some shit in there that had no business being in there.
Didn't we review questions like in class?
Yeah, I mean, he would literally go through the exam with us and tell us the answers, and then just like, all right, go study on your own, figure it out.
That's why I passed that class, because he was a
Yep,
baller.
absolutely.
That is dope. Hell yeah. All right, well, let's rank video games as a whole now that we got, well, or are we, I guess we're kind of done talking about violent video games affecting kids. It's bullshit.
Yeah, you know, there is one point that I want to make though, and that is that the streamer is killing the casual gamer. All these kids out here trying to hit these crazy clips, trying to, solo squad wipe like an entire way through a lobby. It's like I'm just here to have some fun with my boys. I don't want to get run up on by like 35 kids trying to kill me within 10 seconds
That's
of landing.
that's a fair point, dude. I didn't even think about that. I mean, streaming itself, that could be a whole different podcast topic, but you're
Absolutely,
definitely
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing Fortnite with my boy and we were literally in top five. We had like at least 20 kills as a duo and just ran up on, ruined the entire evening.
Dude, yeah, it does. It's just a bunch of sweats, and I think you put it perfectly. It's these kids that either they're trying to start streaming, or maybe they don't even stream and they're just trying to collect clips to make like a
Hmm.
video. But you're
Yeah,
exactly right, dude. I had that happen to me yesterday, where like we played 10 games and got shit on like 4 10 games.
yeah.
Um, the other thought I had with that is crap. What was my thought there? I got ahead of myself. Nah, fuck it. Um, to video games as a whole, honestly, my ranking is going to be overwhelmingly positive. I'm going to give video games a 9. I think video games are a perfect outlet for people. I think it can be a lot of fun. Yes, it can ruin your day when you play sweats, but overall, it's been something that has been a part of my life throughout my entire childhood and leaked into my adulthood.
Yeah.
But it's a good outlet. So I'm giving it a 9. Fun. And yeah, you can't go wrong with a good video game.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm right there with you. There's nothing better than just taking a couple hours on a Saturday afternoon, hanging out with your boys online, playing some games, and then, you just go on with your day, whatever you got to do. And I mean, some of the best friendships are forged over video games, like you said. You got that buddy over in the UK. That's how we became friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, my best friend Grant and I still play video games all the time. He's gotten me into several different new video games, like this game I was playing with him last night. It's called The Finals. Brand new game. I mean, it just came out last month, December 7th. It's a first person shooter 3v3v3 competitive gun game where the
Okay.
objective of
Oh
the
shit.
game, it's kind of like the objective of the game is every time you load in, there's going to be a vault, and you have to loot the vault and take the money from the vault to a deposit point, and then you have to protect the deposit point while the money is being uploaded, and then it's
Okay.
pandemonium. But I had so much fun playing it, and I was horrible at it. It was still so much fun.
See, those are the good games though. And that's why video games get such a good ranking. Even if
Hmm.
you're bad at a video game, it can still be enjoyable.
Exactly. I mean, playing Rocket League, I was always the guy who was just running into the other cars trying to get boosts. Everyone
Yep,
else
you
was
get
carrying the team, and I still was having the time of my life.
Dude, yeah, you and me were the demoers, and Jared just took the ball up and
Yep,
scored. I
always.
can't jump in that game.
No.
I can't. I'm not. There's something in my brain that won't let me. It's kind of like Guitar Hero
Hmm.
when I guess when you got to hard,
Yeah,
there's
and you had
like
to start
green,
using your
yellow.
pinky.
Yeah, you got to throw in the pinky, and then you go one more level up, and you have to
Hmm.
start sliding your hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I can't do that crap.
no.
Hell yeah. Well,
Yeah,
dude,
man.
I appreciate you popping on here. I know it was kind of last minute, but I'm trying to get into having like regular guests, even if
Hmm.
it's not a straight regular co-host.
Yeah,
So
no, definitely.
if
I
you
mean,
ever have an idea, man, you let me know, and you are always welcome on the pod. But thank you for tuning in and popping on here with me.
yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. Great
So,
conversation
show, you
today.
got any closing remarks?
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to Mac Miller. Today would have been his 32nd birthday.
Damn, what
R.I.P.
are the odds?
I know, right? R.I.P. to the
Today's
legend.
his birthday?
Yeah,
Or would be. Sorry,
yeah.
RIP. All right, well, I appreciate those last closing. We'll call Mac Miller the stranger of the day.
Hey, there it is.
He's a, he's a stranger to both of us. Yes, he's famous, but we've never met him. I'm sure he was a
Mm,
stand-up guy, and
great
we love his
musician.
music.
Absolutely.
What is it? Cool frozen pizza and Kool-Aid?
Yep.
There we go. We'll
Yes,
end it on
sir.
that one. Well, appreciate you again. Thank
Yep.
you to all our listeners, and we will see you all in the next one.